Hey y'all, how's everybody doing today? We are back in Nini's kitchen today. Y'all see, I can't see already. Hey guys, we have a big feast today. So we have a lot to do. It's been a busy weekend already. Yesterday we had seafood, and today we're doing Jamaican brown stew chicken. We are doing a white cheese macaroni. And the first thing that we're going to work on, we're baking a carrot cake today. And we also have, what else is on our menu? We have our peas and rice. So, that's what we're going to be doing today. The first thing that we're going to get started on, of course, because it has to go into the oven, is we're going to go ahead and get the cake mixed and get it in the oven. And then we're going to work on our the finishing touches to our brown stew chicken. It's sort of prepped already because it takes a lot of time, so we did that. We're also, what else are we doing? Sterling's distracting me. I'm sorry, y'all. He's showing me something on the phone. So after we do the cake, then we're gonna put the finishing touches on the stew chicken. And then we are going to get the rice going. Almost at the end, I have a surprise for you guys. Something else that I made. I'm really proud of myself on that one. And what else do I have going over here? I'll remember in a minute. But anyway, let's get started with our cake. So we have all of our ingredients here. Cake flour that I've already prepared with everything that needs to go in it, already pre-prepped. We have 4 eggs, carrot cake. We have vegetable oil. We've got nutmeg and cinnamon. We have sugar. We have our carrots, of course, freshly grated carrots, and we have our butter here. The icing I'll be making later, but that has a cream cheese and all that in it. But and there goes my oven heating up because I've already preheated that. Your oven is at 350. So let's get started. Of course, I'll post these recipes. I don't think anybody's making it with me. If you are and you need to know an exact measurement right now, just let me know. But so we already have everything in our dry ingredients already working together in this bowl. In this recipe, it looks like they want you to mix this by hand. We're not doing that. So we are going to use the mixer. Oh. Okay. So one thing that I neglected to do is prepare my pecans. Sterling, I will need you. Sterling is off doing something else, and I didn't prepare my pecans, so I'm going to need him to grab the cutting board and just set it right here. No, set it on there. So let me get him chopping some pecans really quick while I'm getting a knife. The serrated edge knife. Yes, serrated. That's right. It has a serrated edge. This is all that I need you to do. I just need you to chop. Go get yourself some hand sanitizer. So I need you to chop those. All right. While he's doing that, we're gonna go ahead and combine our mix and our carrots. And we're going to put our sugar, our nutmeg, and cinnamon in the bowl together. Okay? Can you guys see what I'm doing on here? On this counter? this in here. You don't really have to cut those pecans. You just really need to just break them in pieces. So this little whisk is not doing it for me right now. Let me get my spoon because I'll have stuff everywhere. Don't want to break my carrots up, but we do need to mix it all together. Now I wonder if my favorite carrot cake person is watching. Because he has been hounding me to do this carrot cake. So if I find out that he is not on here, we're going to have some problems. Rest of that? No, but I need you to do a good bit. And I told you, you don't have to do that. Yeah, that's really all you have to do. And watch your fingers, because that knife is very sharp. Alright. Let me just take a look here real quick. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and start putting stuff in the mixer. We're going to put our oil in here in the mixer. Ooh, that's slippery. And then with our oil, we're putting our sugar. Sugar doesn't go in the mixed batter there. Like I said, I'll give you guys exact measurements when I post it all, unless you need it now, and I can tell you what it is. Put the top on. Gonna start mixing this, and this oil and sugar is all I have in there so far. You just chop it. Alright, take that out. So we're going to start pouring in some eggs. Let me see, who's anybody talking to me? Cousin Eric, Maddie is sleeping for now. We're pouring in some eggs. 1 egg went in. Probably gonna stop and before we put in more eggs, we're gonna stop and stir because I see my sugar caking up on the side over here. And I want to make sure that it mixes well. So yeah, it got really thick in there. And of course, I'm neglecting to use the right spatula, so it's getting caught. But it will be okay. Put our top back on, turn it back on. I'm only mixing on low. We're going to add another egg. That's enough. Don't do any more. We need some of the whole ones for the top. Another egg. We have 4 eggs total that has to go in here. So last egg went in. right, so let's check this and see how well it's blended before we start adding dry ingredients, because we don't want to have a problem when we start adding those. Can I add them? I gotta pour it slow. Don't put that back over there right now. All right, that's pretty good. All right, this little thing has to go back in. It won't even come on if it's not in there. So, all right, I'm gonna turn this back on. I'm gonna leave it on low for now, and I'm gonna start adding in some of my dry mixture, and that's not gonna go in there, right? So it's gonna make me add a bunch at one time because it's not gonna let me funnel it in there, since my top won't. It's a security measure and it won't come on if it's open. So I'm gonna add half of this in, mix it, and then we'll come back and add the other half. I can't turn on with it open.
I know. I thought you were turning on once you put that on.
Yeah.
I want to do something.
Put that in there. Oh no. Oh, what you can be doing. Sterling says I'm not letting him do anything. Go ahead and get our pans prepared. Here, you've got spray. Take it over there. Do it. What? Alright, so we just added some cake mix and carrots mixed together into our egg and sugar and oil mixture. You have to do the sides too, and don't do it so heavy. I know I identify with food the way it smells, and it smells so good. So we're gonna add the rest of this in here. Forgot I gotta take it all the way off. And so we can let it go for a few minutes without touching it. Let me 1 second. Let me look at something. Oh, Lord.
What'd you do?
Drop the spoon. In a minute, I'm going to tell y'all where I get my cute shirt from. If I don't have it dirty before we have that conversation, since I just splashed cake mixture all over myself just now. All right, we're going to hit this on high so we can get all this mixed up. Switch it to low. We don't want it to get to over mix. While that's going on, I'm not going to open it back up. So I'm going to add our cinnamon and nutmeg in here now. The pecans, you can put those in a minute. Look at 2 of them. The carrot cake is layered. So you need 2 cakes so you can put it on top. Icing goes in the middle. I saw one that looks like a strawberry shortcake. Had strawberry stuff in the middle. 2 cakes. There's some variations of a carrot cake that has pineapples in it as well. I never tasted that one, but I've seen those recipes also. I don't know where the pineapple comes in, but I didn't use the pineapples today. So we're gonna let Sterling come over and slowly put pecans in. We don't need your entertainment. Here, take those. Come on. Alright, let me look and see what y'all talking about while I'm waiting on that to mix. Yeah, Eric, I love my mixer. It's a mixer and it's also a food processor, so I can do everything with it. The only thing I'm missing, I can't use the attachments to make like pasta and all that, but so I got that on a wish list because I might have to get a new one. So, hey Angie girl. JK, I said you should have been over here helping me. These are your specialties. And Elder Washington, you are not getting cornbread today. I saw your comment. Nobody's eating cornbread today. Maybe in a couple weeks. It's too hot for cornbread. That's a winter thing. All right, let's check on our cake mix.
After you're done, can I ask a question?
And see what's going. Ask what question? What? What is it?
Can I ask them? They're gonna hear me, and then that's not gonna be any point.
Well, it better not be nothing crazy. Go ahead.
How did you guys feel if I made lemon cake next week?
Well, seeing as how we just had 7-Up cake,
Lemon cake
and
is
that
different.
had lemon in it.
Well, I like the lemon cake for nothing but cake. Or a lemon raspberry cake.
Now that does sound good. I saw the recipe for that. We may do that. All right, we're gonna let this go. We don't want to overmix it. It's not a hard cake to make at all. I thought it was a little more difficult, but it's not. No, put that there because I'm gonna need it. So we're gonna go ahead and take this off so we can pour. Take that over to the sink, please. We've got our pans prepared. Sterling has sprayed them. No, I do not oil in flour by hand, not unless I'm out of my spray.
Pam.
I have Pam. So we're gonna fill these.
I thought pie was like a Thanksgiving or holiday thing.
This isn't pie.
Oh,
These
yeah,
are cake pans.
Cake.
A carrot cake is made a lot of times on like Thanksgiving and Christmas.
We should be a Nothing But Cake franchisee.
No, we shouldn't.
And then we open our own Nothing But Cake. We have to pay them every month.
Sterling.
I put them in the oven. Are they both going in the bottom rack?
Mm-hmm. Gotta take that chicken out, so you're gonna have to give me a second.
I'll take it out.
This grease. Alright, we got those in there. Take that over to the sink. Just set it in there. Don't bring water in it yet. Take that over there, please. Clear our space. So, we got our cakes. I'm just gonna lightly bump it to make sure, yeah. See, I had some air pockets on top. So you want to make sure that those air pockets are gone before you put it in the oven. think we're good. All right. Oh, I see a comment. Let's see what we got. Hey, Angie. Eric, they compete for licking that bowl around here. Believe me, it's a competition. That's why I didn't rinse it out, because I know somebody's coming for it. Uh-oh. About to tear up my attachments. All right. So we're going to put those cakes in the oven, but in the meantime, I'm going to pull my chicken out of the oven because that's the next thing that we're going to do. I forgot when I turned it back on that it was in there. Sterling, come and move the cake pans for me. We're just going to switch them out. Y'all see I'm still using my handy dandy gloves going in my oven. Don't spill it, please. Get the other. All right. Put this one in here.
Don't drop it.
Yeah, I'll be praying for me. Y'all know I need a double oven, right? I need to be able to bake and cook meat at the same time.
It'd be nice if you get like a double oven right in that corner.
So somebody start sending Eric some hints or something so he can get me a double oven. All right, we got our cakes in the oven. And dish rag, Sterling. So those are going to be doing their little thing in there. And the next thing we're going to work on is we're going to do the gravy for our stewed chicken. The chicken has already been cooked in the oven. Some of my skin's trying to come off, but we'll deal with that. Yeah, I have a lot of chicken here. As I always tell y'all, I have a huge family on Sundays. That's the only day I feed them, so they make sure they show up on Sunday. So, our ingredients for our stewed chicken. Hold on, let me go to it because I don't want to tell any lies. Alright, so what I had on the chicken before I cooked it was I did garlic. I used browning sauce. The seasoning, the only thing I put on there was the Himalayan pink salt and black pepper. That's it. That's all it's baked with. The browning, I didn't use, the Caribbean brand browning. All I used was the good old Southern chicken bouquet. That's what I used. Same thing. So, now we're going to make the gravy because it has to finish cooking in the gravy. But the chicken is pretty much done.
What do you need? What do you need?
If you type another timer on the thing, I'm going to select you down.
What do you need?
Don't. Alright, so we start. Where's my coconut oil? What we use in the pan for this is coconut oil. It's supposed to be 2 tablespoons. I'm just going to pour some in. It's just used to coat the pan. That's it.
In your hands.
And if anybody knows me, they know I use coconut oil for everything anyhow, so. So we are going to, and I have the rest of the marinade from where I baked the chicken is in here. We're going to use that too. But first thing we're doing right now, I have bell peppers, I have some ginger, and I've got allspice. There is thyme. And I have a tomato puree and some hot pepper sauce. That's what goes into your gravy. Oh, but the first thing we're going to do is our onions.
Do it in the stove. I want to cook something.
Where are onions? Here. Sterling's going to saute the onions for us.
You get me a spoon.
He says, get him a spoon. Don't do it yet. Let your pan heat up.
You got to stir it around the pan or something.
Let your pan heat. Let your oil heat first. Y'all see I'm using my cast iron skillet.
The large.
So while that heats up, he's not gonna add the onions in just a second. So all right, Sterling's gonna start adding his onions. You're gonna do about half of that bowl. So the onions have already been chopped. You don't do it so. A little bit more. That's enough because you did such big scoops. Pan's not hot yet. Don't mess with it. All right, where's my? Let me see what y'all are talking about while he's waiting. Go back to your stove. Let me look at y'all's comments. Lou, you're so late. I've already mixed the carrot cake. You came late. I'll put you a plate aside. Don't worry about it. You just come pick it up tomorrow. All right. So I hear Sterling's onions sizzling back there. And we're not going to let him, we're not going to cook it too much, but don't mess with it. Yeah, but they're not going to stick. That's the whole purpose of the coconut oil. It's not going to stick. It's okay. Don't meddle with it. Some things just got to do what it does.
So how do I get all of them in that saute? Because these ones on top.
It's okay. Just leave it. You're going to stir in a minute, but don't meddle with it. So start getting your other ingredients while you're doing that.
What other ingredients?
You got to add bell pepper. Set that over there with you.
When do you want me to pasta?
It's fine. This is your tomato when I tell you to put that in. And then I'm going to have to measure out your allspice and your thyme for you. And what else goes in there? Oh. It's okay. You don't have to shift a lot. You're fine. You're okay. And let me go ahead and get you a piece of ginger. Yes. Ginger. Give me a little paring knife.
I know what that is.
That's not it, but I can use this one.
Oh yeah, this one. This one's the paring knife.
So it just says that that's fine. I got it. It just says like a thumb size of ginger. And when he's ready for it, I'm just gonna cut it up in the pan. Not gonna make a big deal out of it. Let these onions go just a little bit longer.
You need one of those things you put on top of it and it stops the grease from popping up.
There's no grease with onions.
Yeah. No, look.
All right, bell pepper. You're gonna add the same amount, like half of that bowl. So So he's adding his bell pepper. I have red and yellow. I don't have any green because I didn't want to go back to the store. And they are diced a little bit big because, like, when it's vegetables like that, I like them to be bold. So now let those cook. So he's gonna saute those. I'm gonna go ahead and measure out his allspice and his thyme for his gravy.
Are we going to caramelize the onions and the bell peppers?
No, you don't caramelize for this recipe. Where are the measuring things? Oh Lord, they're right in front of my face. Hmm? Where's that hot pepper? Oh, she's gonna need that too after. Alright. Half a tablespoon of thyme and a quarter tablespoon of allspice. These onions and bell peppers smell good, of course. Alright, so we're gonna add our allspice, which is, so you do a quarter teaspoon of allspice, which is just going to be half of this half that I have here. And sprinkle that in, and Sterling can stir. And then we're going to do a half a tablespoon of thyme. Oh, how I love thyme. Love how it smells. And that little kick that it gives.
So minty.
Half a tablespoon. Turn yourself down because you don't want your onions to cook too much.
That's why caramelized.
Alright. And then we have our ginger. I'm just going to cut it up in here for him.
Like a banana. That was banana had it came right here.
Alright, make sure you get that ginger close to the heat because it needs to cook. Don't do all that. So we got our ginger. I need a tablespoon of tomato puree. Where's the tomato? Did I move it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Alright, let me put it in.
So he's got his tomato puree going in there now. Can you guys see? Sorry, I've been standing in front of him. That you can hit against. No, not like that. Yeah, it's tomato stick. It's out. You're good. Alright. So, turn the stove down.
It smells good now because that thyme.
So we got everything in there. We got our bell pepper. We got our onion. We added our ginger, our tomato puree. And so now we're going to add, let me make sure before I jump ahead. Yeah, hot pepper sauce. Pepper sauce. Y'all can tell somebody's been using it as hot sauce because it's just about gone.
We use it for a steak. Other kitchen for greens and.
But it's only a teaspoon of this pepper sauce.
Better than Texas sweet.
It's just gonna, come on. Make sure you get all that. Put them on top.
That makes it smell really good. Like Outback.
Alright, so, yeah, it does smell really good. So here's the part that isn't in the recipe, but I'm going to add anyway. I have some actual peppers, just because I want to. We're going to put a little bit in there. You can't do it. Go get the pot. The big pot. We gotta get the big pot. You're gonna cook those down a little bit. You guys know when you cook fresh peppers, right there, behind you. You cook fresh peppers, you gotta be careful, because they can catch you off guard. While he's getting the pot, I had to pull out my big old soup, multi-purpose, crab boil, do everything pot. That's what we've got to do this chicken in today, because I have a lot of it and it has to be able to boil. So I'm going to move this pan off of the stove so that we can put that pot up there. Gotta get my hot thing to put that on this so I don't burn the counter. We're gonna just stick this over here. I have it sitting on a little countertop. And I need hot water, Sterling. I really could have put that outside on my grill burner, but I need to be able to watch it a little closer. So I'm going to get Sterling to get me some hot water. But while he's doing that, I'm going to start adding my chicken into this pot. So I got my tongs here. Make sure I don't lose my chicken skin. So I made legs and thighs. Some of my men like larger pieces of chicken, so. Take it off, and then you need to rewash that. Move that.
This isn't for it. This is, but.
Yeah, that's what I need. What are you doing?
Too big.
Here. I'm sorry, y'all. Excuse me, Sterling. Hot water is what I need. I didn't ask you to turn the hot water on. Okay. So put it over here. I don't know why you have that. Put it back. And then get something to get me hot water.
Get hot water for that big old pot.
We don't need a whole lot. I just need to barely cover the chicken. So, we're adding our, So we're adding our chicken in this pot. I don't have a crock pot that's big enough for all this, so that's why I'm using this. No, you're not. And of course I'm going to pour these juices in here. I have the juices left from what it marinated from too. So all juices go in. We want all the flavor. You're going to need to do some serious straightening up over there. Because you got my sink, my counter back there looking a mess.
Put it on yet?
No, don't put it in yet. Let me get this in first. Alright, more chicken going in. Uh-oh. No foil, just chicken. Coming to see what y'all are talking about in a minute. Does anybody have big plans for tomorrow for Memorial Day? Anybody breaking quarantine and going somewhere, or having a cookout? Anything? Where can I show up for a plate? All right. So I'm going to turn the heat on back up on here because it definitely has to be able to boil. We're going to let Sterling add some water. He's very anxious to put that water in there. Come on. Sterling. It's not boiling hot water, but it's hot enough. Alright. More. Only a tiny bit. While he's getting me just a little tiny bit more water, I'm going to put our little mixture in here. Better use my gloves because the bottom of that pan is hot. Oh, gosh. Ah. Okay. Yeah, that's enough. Alright, so we're going to add our seasonings in now. Our onions and bell peppers. Stir that in. Try to get me just a tiny bit more water because we're going to rinse this pan out because all of our seasonings is hooked to this cast iron skillet. Sterling, I need hot water. Where are you going? I'm sorry my pot's so big you guys can't see it, but I just put everything in here together. We're going to bring it to a boil. The chicken's already done, but we need all of the seasonings and everything to just become one so all of our flavor can just do its own thing. We're going to add water to this pan so that I can get, that's enough. I don't need a lot. Pour most of that out. Water to this pan so I can get everything from the bottom. Pour. Alright, that's it. Alrighty. Gonna dump that right on in there. And that's that. Alright, somebody has a lot of dishes to do today. Give me a dish rag because my counter.
Somebody.
So we have this on high right now. I'm going to let it come to a boil. And then I'll turn it down so that it can simmer. It's not much different from the traditional stew chicken that I'm used to. And that's the thing about a lot of our Caribbean and our African cuisines. It's mostly a lot of the same stuff that I'm used to eating and cooking, you know, growing up on the coast in the South. We are what people call gullah or geechee. We eat a lot of the same stuff. It's just a slight variation in how you make it or some ingredient that we don't use or somebody else doesn't use. But it essentially turns out it's really, you know, same thing like the stew chicken. What I made a couple weeks ago, the jollof rice. Well, we call it red rice. Just a lot of stuff. Like a lot of the soups and stuff is really, really the same. Just different names.
There's questions. It says, is there going to be any rice?
So, we are going to have rice. Yes, that's the next thing that we're getting ready to do. Alright, so that's that. We got this on. Oh, I gotta put my top on. Top on here. Sterling, come on. And I can smell my carrot cakes. They smell so good. You did not. Had stuff on it.
Smells good in there. How are we going to get it out? It's so deep.
Alright, so the next thing that we have, let's go ahead and do, let's see. Let's go ahead and do our white cheese macaroni. And that's only because I had a couple requests for in making cheese sauce. So we're gonna do that so that I can show you guys how I make the cheese sauce, not just putting the cheese into the noodles and letting it bake, because this macaroni doesn't bake. So we're gonna do the cheese sauce on the stove. We're also still gonna add regular cheese.
Oh, there's questions that you missed.
No, it's not.
It is. It says what is added. And you try to wait the recipe for
Sterling.
food.
I'm not answering all that right now. All right. Don't need that stuff anymore. The cheese is right here. All right, I'm just grabbing my ingredients for my cheese sauce really quick. I have my noodles already done, of course. We're gonna make the sauce first, and then we'll stir it into the noodles. And it's kind of like a stovetop macaroni, which I'm surely not used to, but it was a request, so we're gonna do that. Sterling, I need you for this because you've got to. All right, 1 second, you guys. Let me find. Surely not. Don't come back over here chewing. All right, I'm just grabbing my little procedure really quick for my cheese sauce. I do it all the time, but I want to tell y'all the correct way to do it. My stepdad is so loud. Y'all hear him outside on the phone? He is funny. Alright, so first thing with this cheese sauce is, of course, butter. It's what you call, it's what people, consider what they call a roux. A roux is the base for so many different things. It can be for a cheese sauce, it can be for a stew. In Louisiana, everything starts with a roux when they're making like stews and gumbos. So it's essentially the same thing. We're just gonna, you start with your roux, which is really, it's just butter and flour. And then you add in what other ingredients you're gonna use. So, let me see something here real quick, sorry. I thought there was something else, but I guess not. Alright. You have to use a whisk. Because flour hits liquid, it automatically clumps. You got to be able to get the clumps out. So we're going to turn the stove on. First thing we're going to do, I hope that's the right eye. First thing we're going to do is melt our butter. I just use 1 whole stick of butter. Sterling, where's my trash can? Alright, so we're going to melt the butter in the pan. Butter needs to be completely melted, but don't let it get to the point to where it may burn, because that is bad, bad, bad. Oh, the perfect person just came through the door, because he's the one that requested this macaroni, so I really should be teaching him to make this cheese sauce. He came at the perfect time. Are you cooking today, or you just, what do you?
I'm watching everyone.
He doesn't want to learn. He just wants to be here. Hopefully he'll get my good side when he's taking the pictures. So, our butter is melted here. reduce your heat. Because if there's anybody who makes gravy from scratch, I always make my gravy from scratch. I hate those little packets. This is just like making gravy. But before I do that, I'm gonna add before I put my flour in, I'm gonna add my salt. And let's see how much salt before I have too much in there. Let's see. Where's my other? Oh man, I lost the little measuring thing. I don't know where it went, you guys. So we gonna leave it up to the guys today. We just gonna sprinkle some salt, and hopefully it's not too much because I lost the measuring thing. So got some salt in there. It'll be fine. It'll be okay. So we're gonna start adding our flour. We've got our flour in here. So that was 3 tablespoons of butter, and we've got 3 tablespoons. Actually, those measurements aren't what I have right now, but just for a small pot, that's what it is. I changed up mine because I needed more cheese sauce for it. But either way, so you don't dump all your flour in at one time because, like I said, flour hits liquid, it clumps. So you stir, stir, stir. Get it all blended. Add some more flour. You keep doing that. Can you guys see inside this pan? I can't tell if you can see in there or not, but Sterling, get me milk. Sterling. All right. So you guys see how easy that is? Literally, you have your roux. That's your roux. It's butter and flour. So what we're gonna start doing is adding cheese, and because this is, like I said, it's white cheese macaroni. I have mozzarella and Monterey Jack cheese. That's what I have. I think that's what's in here. But I'm gonna start adding cheese because I want an actual cheese sauce and not just the gravy or a roux.
Extra milk.
And I'm gonna have to add some milk.
No, what you want?
Because of course it's getting really thick. That's the key when you're adding cheese to it. You've got to add milk. Come on, Sterling. Sterling. Here, only a little bit. And you don't want to add that. Come on, more. You don't want to add that too fast either.
Cheese is melted now.
Because the key is that you do still want it you do want to give it a cream consistency and not just a melted cheese consistency.
I don't know how to make dough. What's your recipe? What's your recipe in my book?
You made monkey bread yesterday?
All right.
Huh?
I will. Oh, Sterling. I'm going to remove this from the heat, you guys, because I don't want it to. But we have our cheeses in here. I'm going to set it right here. I need that casserole dish unpacked.
Can you tell them what I made yesterday, please?
You can tell when you come back. Sterling made something yesterday. He's going to tell you all about it in a little while. So we have our pasta here that's already been prepared. This is way too much. I'm not going to use all this, I don't think. Well, I said Sterling for a casserole dish, and he threw my whole picture off the wall, y'all. The entire picture.
It could have hurt me.
I'm just going to stir these noodles while he's unpacking that casserole dish for me. And then we will put some in there. That's what we're going to do the final mixture at. Sterling, where's my phone? While Sterling's unpacking that, I will be right back. Well, I think I am. I don't know. Where's my phone? Oh, I see it. Sorry, y'all. I wanted to look and see if I needed to answer any questions. Uh-oh.
Somebody said, are you having rice with it?
Yeah, I saw that. We're doing rice in a minute. Yes, the large crock pot and double oven. Don't forget the double oven. Alrighty. Sterling has that.
I need you to hold the box down.
Can you take it over there and get help, please? Sterling's having trouble.
Hold the box.
Come here.
For anybody that doesn't know me, I am a... Everybody knows I just like to shop, period. I'm sorry. I'm not ashamed. It's just who I am. But one of the things that I love buying is kitchen stuff. So, I'm unpacking a new casserole dish. Can you hand me the bottom while you're doing that, please? Sterling, hand me the bottom.
There's stuff in it.
That's why I said hand it to me.
Yesterday I made monkey bread and it turned out great. I would have some left, but somebody went on a cleaning spree this morning. I need the rest of it.
Next time, put your stuff away and I won't get rid of it.
This is my first time. You can say that.
Actually, I didn't. Actually, that's in the microwave.
No, I get that later.
Alright. We're going to just add some noodles to this dish. Because I'm not using all these noodles that I have in this pot. While Sterling complains about some monkey bread that he didn't put away. His monkey bread was good, though. He did good. And he had been dying to make it. You know Miss Angie makes monkey bread, too.
She does? Tell her to make me some, see if I can compare.
Well,
See what I need to improve.
last time she made it, she told Deja she wasn't getting any for the rest of the year. But she might do it for you.
Okay. I need to see what I
I
need
don't
to
know.
improve. Okay.
So I'm just adding noodles. And then we're gonna add in our cheese mixture. And we're gonna have to add some more regular cheese. Take that, please.
Somebody got to put dishes to wash.
We're gonna stir in all of the cheese from there.
Lean forward some.
What?
Lean forward some.
So I'm just stirring in the cheese mixture first, and then we'll add extra cheese.
Yes, no.
Uh-oh. We got noodles trying to get away, y'all. All right. Now, we are going to kick it up a little bit with just a little bit of Creole seasoning. Not necessarily to add, I don't want it too much where it alters the color either. But we're putting a little bit in there. And again, I didn't measure that either. But it's okay. Y'all will get the measurements. So. Dun, dun, dun. So if you can see, that's actually, you know, it's well coated with cheese, but because we love cheese in this house, we're gonna add more. And I think we're gonna add some more noodles too because we have room in there. But we're just gonna put some more dry cheese on there. Nothing new. More cheese, and let's get a little bit more noodles in here. Just because, and the noodles, I put salt in the water too, so they have, it's not fresh.
Where's your phone so I can read?
And of course this cheese, y'all know cheese tends to have a lot of salt to it. Certain cheeses. But
Will says, can you cook ribs tomorrow for me? Can I come over for food?
Sterling. All right. What did I tell you? Angry already. Here, put that down and come on.
You told me to read the comments.
This, no, I didn't. Fridge. Here. All right. So our macaroni, white cheese macaroni, is all done. Like I said, it doesn't bake, so this is the gist of it. But the main thing for that was to make that cheese sauce and let you guys see how that's done. Not difficult, you know, we're good. Sterling, can I have the top, please? So I'm going to move this away because the last thing that we have to do, and I know you guys, are we going, is it long today? Have we gone long today?
An hour and 10 minutes.
I don't know. But hey, you know, we're cooking, it's all right. But our macaroni's done, so we're just going to set this over here. Sounds like Maddie's awake. Sterling. I'm going to just check and see if our chicken has come to a boil yet.
What
Ooh,
else
that top is hot.
What else do you have to cook?
And it has.
You have
So,
to cook the rice, don't you?
yeah, I'm just going to put it together. Put the top back on that. And if Sterling can come over here and help me get this other stuff cleared away, then I will go ahead and get the rice done. All of that goes. All of it. This is the only thing that stays because that's for our icing later. This is the rest of our marinade from our chicken. We're going to put that in a little later. We let it start boiling first. Sterling.
What do you need me for?
I need you to move all of this out of the way and not be playing. We got our rice right there. We don't need that stuff. We have our red beans. I went looking for these other peas, but I didn't find them. I think I know where they are now, but I didn't find them. We've got some coconut milk here. We're going to be using onions and bell peppers again. So let me just grab the correct ingredients for this. I'm so tempted to open that oven because those cakes smell good, but we're not going to open the oven. Everybody knows you don't open the oven when you're making a cake, but it does smell good. So we've got our pot here that we're going to be making our rice in. The ingredients for this, it's going to be garlic. We're using red kidney beans. We have onions, thyme. I'm just using regular pepper. I do not have the Scotch bonnet. And jasmine rice, and of course water, because you gotta have water. Ooh. Oh, and coconut milk. Allspice and some salt. That's what goes into the rice and peas. So first thing we're going to do is add, we're going to put some olive oil here in this pot so we can cook our veggies. Don't y'all love when you go to a recipe and you're trying to get through it and it's just all this other jargon? That's why when I post my recipes, I don't say a whole lot, because that's what you came looking for. All right, so all right, we have our beans, red beans. They're good to go. I didn't soak them, but we're good. So first thing I'm gonna do, because I'm not doing this exactly as the recipe says, we are gonna add some bell pepper, and then we're gonna add some onions. Just like before, we're gonna brown it. Stove is on. We're just gonna get that, cook our veggies just a tiny bit, because they're gonna be in the rice, and so they're gonna cook. Get me some thyme measured out.
How much?
Let's see. How much thyme do we need?
How much time is it?
You took all the little measuring things, so you're gonna have to find it.
Just put this in the sink with noodles in it.
Let me see what's going on here. We're gonna add our. I lost my peppers, you guys. Put our peppers in there. Not a lot. I got little kitties that are eating too.
What you need? 1 teaspoon?
For the thyme, I need I need the teaspoon, the little teaspoon one.
Okay. Sounds fine, okay.
All right. Veggies in there cooking. We're going to turn that down. So now we're going to add our beans. Put those in there. They have a little water surrounding them. So, Sterling, I need you to start getting me some hot water going, because got our beans in there. Red kidney beans. What we're using. Ooh, I wish you guys could see how this could smell good. Smells so good. Water. Move your hand.
Put some away. Put one there and that makes some over my camera.
Cup of water going in. 2 cups of water. And Lord, that pot is hot. All right, we turned the chicken down also. So we got some water here. Next thing that we're gonna add, we have 1.5 cups of coconut milk that goes in this recipe as well. So we are gonna measure that. Pour that in, 1/2 cup. Put all that in there like that. I'll stir that. Once we put the rice, then we'll see how much more water we've got to put, but we're not going to overload it with water just yet. So we're going to do, where's my salt?
Yes, enough.
What?
That's enough.
Did you move my salt?
No.
Yeah, you did.
No, I didn't.
It was in a bowl.
Oh, you trying to get rid of it?
Oh, Lord.
You said get rid of all of this.
Where's my thyme?
So,
Where's my thyme? The little container.
wait, is it wet? Yes, it's wet.
Yeah, but it's okay.
No, you're gonna wet it anyway.
Teaspoon of salt. Sterling, did you move my thyme? Yes, you did.
Lord Jesus.
I think I'm gonna have to fire Sterling, you guys. Honestly. Teaspoon of thyme. Just went in there. Then we're gonna do a teaspoon of garlic. But Sterling, seriously, we're gonna get rid of him because it's not working out. He's been being very distracted today. All right. All measures, all spices are in there. That goes in. We turn it up just enough to get it to boiling. We got coconut milk in there. We've got red beans. We have onions, bell peppers. Our seasonings. Now we're going to add our rice in, and we'll have to add more water. We'll have to add more water to make sure that this rice has enough moisture. But our red beans has some moisture of itself, so.
Yeah, more rice. Did you add your onions and your bell peppers?
Water in the measuring cup.
Milk in here.
We stirred in our rice. And we're just going to add another cup of water just to make sure. Here. All right.
I'll put it in.
No. That's enough.
You said 1 cup.
That was a cup. All right, you guys. So we're going to let that come to a boil. Because, of course, it's just like any other rice that you cook in the stove. It has come to a boil. You got to turn it down. You got to let it simmer, or it's going to stick and burn. And we don't want that to happen. So I know we did a whole lot today. I hope you guys enjoyed everything. Maybe learned something. I don't know. But, so we have our brown stew chicken here in the big pot. It's simmering. We just did our rice and peas, and we've got our macaroni already prepared. We've got our carrot cake in the oven. And the other thing that I made today, and I'm going to bring it over so you guys can see it, because I'm excited about that.
What else did you make?
We made some oxtails too. So let me let you guys see that.
Let me go.
All right. I just popped it out of the crock pot thing. So hopefully you guys can see inside there. There is our oxtails. It's been cooking. It's been cooking now for about 4.5 hours. I did the marinade a couple days ago, and it sat in the refrigerator. I can put up the recipe for that too if you guys want it. You just let me know. But now it's in crock pot. I put peppers in there. I also put carrots in there. I didn't put the butter peas in there, but I do have the carrots in there. So we also have that for dinner. That was kind of a little bonus. I had the oxtails, and I just said I'll just cook those two. But that is our dinner for today. I know you guys probably saying, why does she cook all this food every Sunday? Well, guess what? We don't have leftovers. So trust me, it's not a lot of food. Because we never ever have leftovers. There are some Sundays where I'm saying somebody better leave me some of whatever it is. Because these people, yeah, they don't play. But that is our show for today. Oh, so I was going to tell y'all where I got my shirt from. Y'all see my shirt? Hold on, let me see. So, it says, I'm not lucky, I'm blessed. So, I got this shirt and this whole, Maddie just came and she's coming in cleaning up. This outfit came from, there's a young lady, she has an online store. It's called Thrifty Plus Boutique. And yes, she specializes in for plus size women, but some things she does have for, the other sizes too. This is one of the things that she just happened to have in my size. But find her on Facebook. She has some really, really cute stuff. She's always posting new things, and it's not super expensive. So that was my shout out for this week. What else do I have? Of course, I will post recipes. I will post the pictures later on today. Cake's in the oven. I'm going to make the icing from scratch, so the recipe for that will be attached as well. And let me see what you guys got going on. Well, hey, Cousin Tony. I have two very, very close male cousins. One of them is my cousin Dante. He lives in South Carolina. And the other one is my cousin Tony. He's in Virginia. We don't talk, but he can call me at any time of the day, and we don't have a conversation like we talked just yesterday. That's just how we are. Zalipa, yes, please come and get carrot cake tomorrow. I'll make sure I put some aside for you and Lou. Let's see. What else? Tony, you can't come late and ask me what I'm cooking. Go back and watch the show. Lord. Miss Robbie, I'll make sure you get those recipes. All right, so that's all we have today. We have Maddie here to say hello. Don't let her touch that; it's hot. And of course, she's grabbing everything. So don't touch that; it's hot. You gonna say hello? Hey, look up there. Say hi. Well, why are you pointing? Don't point at people. No, and don't touch anything. All right. That was Maddie saying hello. Of course, I can't keep her in her long because she's touching everything. It's too much heat. So, Mel, it looks like it's time for you to come visit because, you can't move next door, so you're going to have to come visit so we can do a show together. But other than that, that's all we got today, guys. It's been a long show, I know. It's hot in this kitchen. I don't know if y'all can see me sweating, but I am. But thank you guys for being here, for joining us again today. And we will see you next Sunday. Make sure, always remember, you guys, what's our motto? Mel, stop pulling my hair. Maddie is pulling my hair, y'all. Our motto, bring back Sunday dinner. This is why I do this every week. Not just for my family, but for you guys too. But if anybody's watching my Facebook page, I'm cooking all through the week. But, I enjoy it, and they eat very well. Nobody in this house can say they don't eat well. But like I said, Bring back Sunday dinner, and make sure, please, 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 share the video for me. Hashtag it. Bring back Sunday dinner, and also go and like the new Facebook page. It's some big announcements about to be coming through that page, so you want to make sure that you're on it. It's called Nini's Kitchen, and I always share from it, so make sure you go and like that page as well. You guys have a great rest of your weekend. Have a good Memorial Day tomorrow. Hopefully everybody's off from work, and I will see you guys. Oh, I almost forgot. So we have visitors again, and they have an anniversary coming up. So on Wednesday, I'm doing a special show where I am, Lord, I keep burning myself, where I'm going to be preparing their anniversary dinner. So make sure you guys, if you have time on Wednesday evening, I'll post the time and everything probably tomorrow. Tune in, and let's see what I'm making for their anniversary. Other than that, see you guys on Wednesday.